Morning, folks. This morning soap is actually it's a shaving cream. Comes in a screw top tin, and I think this is roughly just over 5 ounces. I think it is, and it is a cream. It just comes in a metal container like this. It is it's sandalwood, and the description it says moss, and I'm thinking oak moss, but it is. I really like this shaving cream. This tin is really nice. It whips up pretty easy too. I got it whipped up here in a small bowl, and excuse me, and it just whips up really nice. Not any trouble at all. And this is a vintage brush here. The way you pronounce that is Opal, as opposed to Opal. This one here is the number 12, and it's got a bore knot in it. But it's this one, I like their shaving cream. I think it's pronounced LEA. Really like that shaving cream. I've had this I got this version here, and I've had the professional version and the huge tube. Was it 250 milliliter or whatever it is? And I've had a smaller one too, and I still got it. But it's really nice shaving cream. That's one of my favorites. And got the Allen block. Still no rubber band. I don't know. Looking at this Allen block, I'm kind of thinking, at the rate that it's going, I still might have it in July. It's seems like it's going to last forever. I got Stirling's Black Ice, mentholated witch hazel. I'm going to be following up with the Classic aftershave. And off camera, I'll be using the Shaven Sailor's beard oil, and it's getting down towards the end of it already. I like this. This beard oil for me does a better job about not turning my beard different colors, even though sometimes it seems like it does on its own. Just depends on what it seems like what I wash it with. Anyhow, I've already put a hot towel to the face, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with what's left of the cube. This has lasted a good long while. This, how can you say, for a pre-shave soap, a cube, I think this was what, $5.95, and it's lasted a good long while. Definitely got my money's worth out of it, that's for sure. Shaver today is comes from QShave, and it's their version of the Mercury Futur. I don't have the Mercury Futur, but I do have this one here, which kind of inspires me to one day try to make a decision on which one to get when I do get one, just for the comparison. But right now, this one here, I haven't had any issues with it. It shaves fine for me. Mechanically it works well. In other words, I'm not finding any real issues with it. The only thing that I have noticed that some people might have an issue with, especially with this one here that I have, and it's just a minor thing, but it is something that might be off-putting. Thing is, this shaver is only, you can pick it up for about $20. I picked mine up a lot less than that, but I have a link down below for the website and whatnot, and you can find this in various other places also. But it's an inexpensive shaver, so the way I kind of look at it is, it may not be quite as nice as the Mercury. The only thing that I have found with this particular shaver is that the blade alignment, sometimes you may have to work it just a little bit, and that's only happened to me once that I can remember. This one here, the way it's designed, excuse me, the QShave collaboration I was shaving with yesterday, this one here, you can see it's got places for water to drain out, and that you can kind of see the canal, this area through here. It's got quite a bit of room for shaving cream and all the rest of that, to flow through it and move on and not get clogged up. That's something to think about when especially if you're shaving only once every 2 or 3 days and you got some beard growth. This one here might be a better choice. And it's less expensive too. I mean, you know, face it, $20 versus the 50, but with the $50 version, I think if you go through the Kickstarter side of things, you'll get, you know, some blades along with it. Where this one here, I think it ships with 5 blades, and it's a pretty nice shaver. At least for me, it works well. This will be the blade of choice today also. Bolzano. I haven't had a bad experience with those. They seem to shave pretty good for me. I haven't ran them through a number of different shavers to see if, in other words, do I get consistent throughout whatever the shaver might be. But so far they seem to be working out all right for me. This scent, it's not that I don't like sandalwood. It's just kind of meh to me. But this one here, the way it's blended with the oak moss, and I really like this one. This one's nice. I like this one. I guess you might say this cream will probably be one that'll stick around for a while. Sometimes I'll try something, and you know, you only got so much room to store stuff. So after you try something, you got to start eliminating some stuff. Decide which ones are you going to replace and keep, and others that you're going to move on and try something else. In other words, it depends on how it struck my nose. And this one here, it does a great job hitting my nose just right. Definitely pleasant, in my opinion, pleasant to, you know, to smell. This cream whipped up pretty good. This is really nice. I enjoy this shaving cream. I need to replenish the professional version also, because it whips up really nice. Good stuff. Okay, so the settings I'm going to be starting with today, I was trying to decide earlier, and I think I'm going to move up. I think I'm going to do the 5-4-3 today. I was thinking about going ahead and starting with the highest setting and go 6-5-4. I think I'll just start with 5 today. Now this one here, in my opinion, is different. I think how you pronounce it is Parthenon. Is different than that version, in that, in other words, what I would consider my typical angle set works well with this shaver. In other words, no adjustment on my part to get the right angle. One that didn't have quite as much bite. I haven't had a chance to finish watching it. Matter of fact, watching videos this past week. Now that some things have taken place, and band practice every day, and all the rest of the stuff that usually happens during the week, with the exception of the band practice. Now that that has taken place, and it's done and over with, try to catch some of these videos. I have not been able to watch hardly any, not near as much as I like to, but I did notice that Jimco and Sensi has a beard shave off. I'll put a link down below. It looks like it's a good one to watch. I think maybe, and I don't know, I really wasn't paying that close attention, and I probably should have been when I was loading this blade, whether I was, how you can say, doing it the way that I normally do or not. I didn't pay that close attention to, you know, just throwing it together, and I got to looking at one side, looked a little bit, razor blade was sticking way over here, and this one here not so much. Never had that issue before, and it's probably just the way I loaded it. But I have to say, it works well for me. I haven't had any real trouble with it. I trying to go through some of the reviews on it from different folks, and some have had some issues, but overall it seemed like, you know, it's a pretty well made shaver. Just about shave with that right there. The my biggest decision with the regular Futur, besides I've got so many shavers to begin with, is what version do I want? In other words, do you want the satin finish? Do you want the chrome shiny finish? Or do you want the gold one? And the gold one kind of appeals to me just a bit. It's that the gold is what you might say is one of the things, you know, deciding on which one is the one that really kind of throws me. Don't have very many of them that are that color. In other words, adding some color to the shaved in with all the razors. Most of them are, you know, end up being chrome and shiny and don't have very many black ones, and definitely don't have very many gold ones. And we'll go ahead and adjust this setting from 5 to 4. And that's another thing too. This is really easy to adjust the setting on. To me, it's easier to adjust the setting on this one than what it is on the Parthenon. This one here is a lot easier. And it's just the way this one's made. Where it's not a dial here. I hang on to the head and twist the handle and I'm done. It is a lot of fun to shave with this one though, because it is such a unique shape. Try to catch that strip right through there. It does have a very unique look to it. And as goes for rinsing it out, it rinses out pretty easy. I think that's another advantage of having your lather whipped up a little bit on the wet side. It does seem to rinse out easier. I was reading also this morning, caught Fuzzy's video concerning the giveaways for birthdays, shaving brush, and whatnot, and I'm kind of right there still with the distorted edge, that it's not easy making it to some of the sites, like for instance, whether it's Facebook groups, Instagram, since Google Plus is going away, then it's the MeWe, making it to all the groups and forums. Take your pick on the forums. It's not always easy making it to them, especially as busy things have been here lately. Then you throw in YouTube. I don't get a chance to visit some of these places as much as I like to. You know how it is, you know, like they say, life gets in the way, things happen. And this being that kind of season around the holidays, that does get a little bit busier. So it'll be interesting to see how 30 videos or a month long of December DE shaves, what'll happen to me in January. I don't think I'll be doing that many. Not only that, I'll be starting with the trying to shave with the left hand instead of the right hand, and going to have to wrap my mind around that, see how that's going to work best for me. I don't know that left side, right side. The more I got to thinking about it, with the way my brain's wired, it seems like right hand for left side, left hand for right side seems to be a little bit more natural as opposed to right hand. And anyway, just trying to decide on which direction I want to go with it, especially start practicing without a blade. get that left hand used to doing something with something sharp in it. At least I'll kind of trick it in a way. You know what, I think I forgot to change that setting. I sure did. Guess we'll go ahead and change it to, now the last one was 4, we'll go to 3 now. That's one thing about adjustable. I'm so used to not changing the setting. I usually have a tendency just to set it on whatever, and that's what I roll with. It is something to think about when you get an adjustable. Kind of throws a kink into things, into thinking, in that the you find an adjustable that you like, that works well for you. The ability to change your shave with the same shaver. You can set it on a high setting, leave it there, and have an aggressive shave throughout all 3 passes, or 2, depending on which way you're going. You can change it throughout the shave. If you want a mild shave, you can set that up also with an adjustable. So in other words, there's the argument with an adjustable razor, that you might only need one razor, one shaver. Just something to think about. It's for me, it's the journey. It's don't need another razor. I may want one. I may want to give it a try. I want to try the Futur. Yes, I do. But I don't need another one. I have got plenty of shavers. I think I got most everything. You know, earlier I tried to make sure I caught that one part right through there, which I did. Yep, it's gone. But it's all the fun and the shaving experience. But you can see where the argument can come in with an adjustable shaver. Find the one that works for you, and how can you say you might be done? Especially if you're trying to keep your den kind of small. You don't have a lot of space for storage, and maybe that's the path you want to go down. Is you just want to keep it, minimal. For a shaving cream, boy, this sure is nice though. I really like this one. In other words, it's more, to me this shaving cream does more than just do the job. The scent is strong enough where I pick it up with my nose throughout the whole shave. To me, the quality is definitely there. Nothing against Preshave. Preshave to me, I think, is just a standard. It's not the highest quality by any means, but it's definitely not the middle, the bottom, but it's more in the middle, and it's definitely something that a person could use on a daily basis, and it's very much it fits in that affordable range, dollar-wise. If you want to go with the shaving cream or go with the soap, either one. I prefer the soap over the cream, and it's just because I feel like I get more from my money from the soap than I do the cream. But if you're looking at something that's easy and quick to lather up real quick, if you're not want to spend a whole lot of time in the morning, creams are probably a little bit easier to work with. But once you get soaps under control, you get used to whipping them up. It doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. It only takes me, but even with me taking my time, just slowly but surely watching the soap turn into a lather, watch the lather mature. I spend maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most, just enjoying watching the lather mature. It don't take that long. But for some that are really in a hurry, yeah, shaving cream's not a bad way to go. It whips up pretty quick. We'll follow up with the witch hazel here. Post-shave with this shaving cream is pretty nice too. I have to say this is, for Sandalwood, this one here is my favorite. Like I said, I'm not even a big Sandalwood's fan by any means. Sandalwood for me, it does, with my nose the way it is, just doesn't do anything for my nose. Now for other folks that's got a much better nose, I understand. I understand, but for my nose, I need something different for my nose to pick it up. Otherwise, it's just a very mild scent. I don't really notice it, it's there, but then most of the time it doesn't even register. This menthol definitely working well this morning. And I can't remember, there's a, looking here on the ingredients, I was wanting to say that this one here has some menthol in it, but I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it. This that's one thing. It is tough to get a good picture of this because it's clear, and for me it's also hard to read it. I don't see the word menthol in there, unless I'm just flat out not seeing it. For some reason I was thinking it had menthol in it. Oh, another nice thing about this, besides it comes in a glass container, is that restrictor is pretty small. So if you're one of those that are kind of concerned about how much comes out, in other words, you can darn near tip it right upside down and not have a whole lot come out on you. For me, I don't mind. It can be a big opening. Let it come out. This is, I like glass containers. I understand the plastic, especially in the bathroom. If you got hard tile floors and like this, don't drop it on your toe. It's not going to feel too good. It's going to hurt. With a plastic container, you're not worried so much about it breaking. Definitely not painful. You drop the silly thing with wet hands that still may have some soap on it. Once again, shaver of the day. QShave. They're a copy of the Futur. Like I said, it's for me it works well. I don't really have any issues with it. The quality seems to be pretty solid. I'll have a link down below. I think that version is selling at the $20 mark. Like I say, if you go to different places, different times of the year, you might find it somewhat cheaper. Comes in different colors. In other words, instead of a satin finish, you can get one that comes in black. There's different options there for you. Tomorrow's shave, I'm going to start with the Merker Progress, and that one there, I like the shaver, but I do have just a little bit of an issue with it. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.